We have made it to the city of Kruje.
I think it's
Kruje.
Kruje. Yeah.
Kruje, with 2 dots over the E. But in any event, right away we are greeted with narrow, windy roads. Now there are some amazing things to see here, so we're excited. We got to find a camp spot, and I can tell you, this is as interesting as most cities we've ever been in terms of driving. So, woo, buckle up. So it should be up on the hill, I think.
See, it says camping up here, painted, and it looks like the gate is closed. Alright, so this will take us to the next one. Right?
See how it's moved.
Alright, so, launch line.
Okay.
Just takes us to the other campground. It looked like we could wrap around.
Take the next left onto Rugas Sholas.
If not, we know we can turn around right here and go back. This doesn't look good. Silver car. Back up on that road. Okay. You're okay. You're okay. You got a foot. So our first camping option was closed. We had to do a 20-point turn on a dead-end road. Our second camping option, it had bad reviews because the road was in bad shape. Now, we've come up here to the road and it looks like they've paved some of it. It's very narrow where it was paved, and we've just come to the part
In 100 meters, slight right.
where it is no longer paved. But I don't think we have far to go. Y'all cross your fingers because it's been raining. Okay. So far it's not too bad, but it is bumpy and rough. G is meowing, he doesn't like it.
Ooh,
There's some bumps. Some good ones.
there's some washouts too.
Some big rocks. And it's narrow, but let's see here.
We got a lot of experience driving on worse roads than this, at least so
In
far.
500 meters, sharp right onto Ruga Baron.
We'll have it to ourselves. We can get in there. I think you want to park down. So, I mean, I'd stop right here while you talk to them, because to get to town, they have a restaurant. You walk down the stairs to that road over there to the restaurant. So,
But you're definitely the number a lot. So, what's our best way to explore the city? Should we start downtown? This is the Marrakech, okay? And you can just take the step up. You are on my restaurant, Garden Restaurant.
that's the restaurant, yes.
Together. And for the 800 meters, here is the castle. You see the old town?
Yeah.
800 meters by feet, you are in the town.
Okay.
So
This
15,
is
20 minutes. We can walk
maximum.
them. Yeah, yeah.
This place is made for the people stay quiet here, and they can reach the town very easy.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. If you can see that little spot up there on the cliff, there's a little building up there. Way on up there, I will be taking a hike up there, but not today. Today we are gonna explore the beautiful city of Kruje. So we are off. It's a bit of a hike. This is a hilly, mountainous city, so it's gonna be an uphill walk. They have a really cool bazaar here, and well, they got a castle and a unique story that we're going to be able to learn about the whole of Albania. So we do have a really nice camp spot, but it is down in a valley or down the mountain.
It's in a canyon.
It's in a canyon, and even after you get up, and they have nice stairs, to be fair.
It is one hell of a climb to get up to the main road where the hills start.
Yeah, and if you guys can look ahead, we still got hills, but it's gonna be a good time. How you doing?
I've seen the stars on the ocean. Fields of grass beneath the blue.
All right, persistent pays off. We made it up to the town.
I've heard the songs of summer singing. Like a humming hymn of June. There's always something around the corner, something more to be found. And I'm sure the coasts of California are beautiful right now. New York sky shines so bright, but to tell you the truth, honey, I just wanna come home to you. Somewhere far the birds are flying. Someplace there on feathered wings. 100 worlds I could get lost in.
All right, the first order of business is some food. And this looks like it's a local restaurant with local food. So let's go try it out. Yeah, that's fine. Do they have any place? Do they have a place in the shade? All right, lunch with a view. We found our spot.
YouTube channel.
And you can see all the way out to the sea over that row of islands. We were just out there not so many days ago. Snow is using Google Translate. This is a...
I'm having to use Google Translate half the time, but half the time it won't translate these foods, and you have to Google it and look at pictures and try to figure it out. So Google Translate is helpful, but we're learning that in Albania it does not translate all of the words.
What would we do without the Google?
Google is our friend, except when we're driving and it puts us on scary roads.
We got some stuff that we've tried before and some new items here. What do you got, Snow?
So I have a stuffed pepper. It came with a side salad and some rice. I love tomato soup, and they had it on the menu, so we're gonna try a creamy tomato soup. I ordered a side of feta because the feta goat cheese here is unbelievable, and you want to put it on everything.
Looks like a little Greek salad. And I got dolma, which is grape leaves, like a grape leaf roll with rice and some form of cheese. And you can see they have the tomatoes and the olive oil drizzled all over it. And then I got moussaka, which is like a little lasagna. So that hasn't arrived yet, but
So one thing about Albanian food, they use a lot of olive oil. It's good olive oil. It's great. And you're walking under the trees where those olives came from. That means my tomato soup is not like a creamy basil tomato soup we would get back in the States. But it is really good to dip this fresh bread in.
And I should say that a lot of people here have olive trees in their yard, and they can just take the olives. Usually there's a few places in town or whatever that will press their olives into olive oil. So you go into a lot of shops and people sell their own olive oil.
Wow.
And it's not like the filtered kind you get in the stores. It is like raw, fresh olive oil and has a distinctly different taste than what you would buy in the store.
Yeah, we had some in the van we bought from one of our campsites in Montenegro.
From the 600-year-old olive trees. This is the moussaka with meat. So I think it has eggplant. I don't even know. We're about to find out. Let's take a bite. Hot. So it's like potato, eggplant, and maybe like a bechamel with a little light cheese on the top. So yeah, it's pretty good.
So much flavor in this food. The stuffed peppers stuffed with rice and onions and leeks and peppers. And all kinds of goodness. And it's just got so much flavor here in Albania.
I was going to go for the stuffed peppers. I'm kind of kicking myself, but I'll be quite all right.
Lunch was delicious. And I don't know if we took the time to show you this beautiful view. It's a little hazy. If it wasn't, we'd be able to see the sea from here. Right over here behind Curt is a castle. The plan is, if the rain will hold off, to take you up there. Did you enjoy your lunch, Curt?
My lunch was delicious. I'm excited to see the castle, but I'm more excited to see the bazaar.
Yes. Next up, before the castle, we go through the old bazaar, where we're supposed to see some really cool local handcrafted things, all kinds of things.
How bizarre, how bizarre. All right, we made it out of lunch alive. It was $22, and now we are off to the bazaar.
So when we get to the castle, we're going to tell you a little bit more about this area and how it came to be, and the Albanian flag, which is a really cool flag. But I wanted to go ahead and point it out because unintentionally I match it. So I may blend in here at the market with all the black and red Albanian color.
Look at all these things. They make the coffee. They put the coffee in there and the water in the, and they put it and heat it in the sand, and it expands the coffee. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that or not. All sorts of recce. See any of your colors there? Guys, if we had a house, Snow would be buying all these places out. And look, there's a Pinocchio here. Oh, slippers. These clothes are like 150 years old right here, and it's old tradition, and they're authentic. I mean, these were worn by people. They're not new. They're old. They're 150 years old. Oh, that is shoes. But that's a hat, though, right?
For lamps.
Oh, for lamps. Oh, look at that. Look at those.
Yeah.
Your Aunt Betsy would love those. Look at those guys.
More.
time more.
Yeah. Yes. I see.
So the ones with you have without leather,
Without leather like this,
how much is
2,000 leather. Each size 2,500.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can I try one out right here?
Yes. I have the others, but 500 like more.
Oh, okay.
Brown, because don't have much black sheep.
Yeah.
Oh, true. Are they comfortable?
It's very light, very common.
Very light. They're very light. They are very light.
There's more in the window behind you. So you guys that have been following us for a while may remember that Curt bought some wool slippers in Chiloé, Chile. And he loves them, but he wears them so often that they're starting to wear out. So he's trying these on and seeing what he thinks, but we're not quite sure it's exactly what he's looking for.
Thank you. And then they have the city with the castle.
Yes, this is our city and the castle.
So there are many shops through this little old bazaar area, and you can get a wide variety of things. There's a mixture of course, the standard tourist things, magnets for your refrigerator, shot glasses. But then there's some more authentic, like tourist things, the bowls that say Albania in them. There's lots of the purses and the backpacks. But then they also have a lot of antiques, or the authentically made traditional dress of Albania. So it's a really good variety. But when you live in a van, there's no room to buy stuff. There's also a lot of hand weaving of these bright and colorful rugs. And when you're driving through the countryside, it seems like every house has one, and you see them out on the porches, washing them, scrubbing them, cleaning them. Really cool stuff in this bazaar.
Oh, this is all antiques. Oh, I see, yeah. Wow. What year was that?
This is 1970.
Oh, that's German right there.
If I have German medallion, house medallion, original.
Original. Wow.
Saw him yesterday. I said I would come back today. Come back. You didn't think I would come back. Everybody says tomorrow. Albania. Do that.
Got you a new hat. Looks good.
Goodbye.
There you go.
About 500, right?
Thank you.
Have a wonderful day.
All right, guys. Curt doesn't get a new hat in every country, but he likes to pick one up every once in a while.
And I got to match snow today.
And the red and black and their flag is just really, really bright and happy, and it's a cool flag. So Curt is sporting him a brand new Albania hat.
What a walk through time in this little bazaar. I gotta tell you, with all the history, the antiques, all the old clothing, all the new stuff, the handmade stuff, just a really cool experience. We're about to go in the museum up here, and I look back up to the top of the mountain. And after this walk today, I realize that is gonna be a long, steep walk tomorrow. I hope you guys come with me.
400 and 500 years ago, this market was known for selling goats and leather goods. Now today we've already showed you all the different kind of things that you can find here. But we're heading on up the hill now, and there's so much elevation climbing up the 25 to 30 minute walk from the campground up here to the market that I have pushed my heart just about as much as I can today, and I'm feeling quite tired. So I'm going to let Curt take you guys up to the castle without me. I'm going to peel off and have a coffee in a coffee shop, which the rain kind of helped me make that decision too, but it was for me to rest. So Curt is taking you up the hill to the castle. Now, as we get up here, this is known as Skanderbeg's castle. And if you want to understand Albanian history in the slightest, you need to know who Skanderbeg is. Now, we covered a pretty good bit of his story in our last video, but just to give you a recap. In the early 1400s, the Ottoman Empire, which just think down around Turkey, so south of here, the Ottoman Empire had taken all of this area over and was working their way north in the hopes of taking over all of Europe. Now, Scanderbeg was kind of a captive of the Turks or the Ottomans, but he escaped, came back to Albania, rounded up a small army, and set up base right here in Kruje. What he is so famous for and why he is such a massive war hero and Albanian hero is this small army held off a huge Turk or Ottoman empire coming up in here with just 2,000 to 3,000 soldiers at this very location right here. So that's why he's so famous. He held it off for years. So he's given a lot of kudos, for lack of a better word, of helping Europe, by stalling them right here, helping Europe to kind of hold off the Ottoman Empire. He actually regained control of the Albania state area for, maybe 1 or 2 decades. And this was his home base. So here in this castle, there's just a few little facts I'm going to tell you. Curt might tell you about a few more. But I want to point out this giant olive tree. It's said that it was planted on the day of Skanderbeg's wedding. And from that point on, he required any newlywed couple to plant one olive tree the day they got married, and they were required to do this instead of paying the marriage tax. So that may have something to do with why everywhere you look down here, there are giant, ancient, beautiful olive trees. In this castle right here is actually where, for the very first time, the beautiful red and black, brightly colored Albanian flag was raised. Skanderbeg picked that flag and raised it right here in 1443. And still, all these centuries later, it is still the symbol of Albania. So this old clock tower that you see has been here for a very, very long time. It was built by the artisans that worked in the old bazaar. So think 500, 600, or 700 BC that some sort of a clock tower was built right here. Now the bell that still remains here is the bell. It was used to keep time, tell people when to open and close their shops and stuff like that. But it is the bell that rang when they made the announcement of Skanderbeg's death. So to come to Kruje and come up here and see this, you are walking through a timeline of the war hero Skanderbeg. And it is pretty cool to literally get to walk through history like this. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so you guys know when we put out new videos. And don't forget, you can always follow us over on Instagram to see what's going on in between videos. Cheers, guys!